Chairman. Aspiring candidates in our next election. The N4 Action Group was established over 2.5 years ago to highlight to the daily commuters this notorious stretch of 12 kilometres from Castlegold to Dora, and also to highlight to the government, the NRA, the council, the urgent necessity to upgrade this substandard road, which is supposedly leading to the gateway of the northwest. It could be leading to a bog somewhere in the northwest, because it really is one of the most notorious dangerous stretches of roads in this country. The horrific statistic of 29 fatalities over a 40-year period has been reiterated only recently by the county coroner, who described this road as the worst road in Ireland. He described it as the worst road in Ireland, and rightly so. He is day in, day out at inquests going to families who have suffered tragedies on this stretch of road.
Get the question into them, so Bernard.
Our question is to each and every one of you: if successful and elected as a TD to Dáil Éireann in the upcoming election, how would you and your party prioritise this urgent necessity to upgrade this notorious stretch of road? And the most important thing, what is your timeline involved here?
Thank you.
Chairman, yeah.
Michael.
I'd like to commend your efforts in relation to this and highlighting it, and it was very effective to put the crosses on it, and I put it on my canvas card as a priority. What amazed me, I was elected to Sligo County Council in 2009, and the N4 was not a priority. The N17 had prioritised over the N4. I moved swiftly, along with Jude Devons, to ensure that the N4 was the priority road in County Sligo to be done by the IRA, or by the That's a good answer. Let me just finish.
Lift it up, is it? Blow it up.
Pride is still alive.
One way of getting the job done.
Just to finish this seriously, that we're talking about Sligo being the capital of the Northwest, and it can never be called the capital of the Northwest with a road approaching it from our main capital in Dublin, like the N4, and it's a national disgrace that the N4 is the condition it's in. Thank you.
Can I just ask the candidates just to speak up? We are running tight on time, please.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the 9 gateway centres should be prioritised for all infrastructural funding for key infrastructural projects. I think the 1999 National Roads Needs Study was flawed in the extreme, and the prioritisation that they did with picking the main motorways to the bigger cities first, rather than taking cognizance of the most dangerous roads. I want to commend Bernard and his group for his work. As far as I'm concerned, if in a position to influence it, I'd have it done in a matter of the first year. It's that serious. I mean, with all of that's on the road.
Going back to Transport 21, it was excluded from Transport 21 very clearly. When you see the 29 crosses, I know this road, I travel it on it daily. I think what's very critically important, and Bernard will agree with me on this, that we have not the group in Riverstown, is that the County Council will issue the compulsory orders for the land acquisition, because I think if a government was, if we were Fine Gael in government in 9th of March, I believe from my inquiries today with the National Road Authority, it will take approximately 18 months to have the paperwork in place for allowing for work to commence. I can assure you that Fine Gael will deliver this project, because it has...
Chair. Susan, sorry.
Fine Gael in government, because I think it has been... Pardon?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's pardon? I think my word is I don't have to sign everything I say, to be honest with it. I didn't sign that. I haven't seen Amy. I look forward to seeing that piece of documentation.
If I can,
I can guarantee what.
Can we allow everybody a chance? Thank you.
Kieran, I think it's very important. This is not an issue of making any...
Can we allow everybody a chance, please?
We weren't going to leave here. Is there anybody else going to get a chance to speak up? We're all candidates here, not just one or two people.
This issue...
Really and truly now.
This issue is critically important. It's in South Sligo. Please, I will dealt with that. This will be dealt with, I assure you.
The Labour Party has said that it will have a strategic investment bank which will take €2 billion from the National Pension Reserve Fund to leverage a further €18 billion in borrowing specifically for large-scale construction projects, and the N4 is on the list to be prioritised. It is a no-brainer. It's sadly reminiscent of the Stardust disaster, which has just been commemorated, when it took that many people to die before proper legislation was put in place for fire exits. We now see that that's the price that's been paid to bring attention to this road, but I assure you it is on the list already.
Could I say that, even go back to what Bethany said about education, the way we do business here in Ireland is far, far too slow and full of bureaucracy. I go back again to what Mr. Perry said. He said it would take 18 months to draw up the plans for CPOs. It's far, far too long, and many people are going to die between that from now and even until the plans are drawn up. It's part of what needs to happen in this country is we have to change the way we do business, is to change the policies that we have in place and get in proper, fast return policies and stop all the bureaucracy that has bogged down this country for years and is allowing bankers and politicians to waste money and to have the whole place the way we are now, a bankrupt country.
It's a road I travel every single day. There's not a week goes by that I don't meet a traffic jam where there's some sort of an accident, one or the other. We've already heard tonight, and just want to link a couple of things together. Just like the cancer services, there's a clear line in Transport 21 between Galway and Dublin. And what happens above that? Nothing. Okay? In relation to that, we've already heard here tonight that the motorways that were built south of that line are not being utilised. But yet we've the N4, the main artery to Sligo, getting nothing. That tells you where the priorities were in the last government.
Okay, fine. Okay, good.
How long does it take for any of the parties or any of the government to recognise the difficulties and the dangers of the road? Only for Bernard and the group that are highlighting this with the crosses and the relatives of the 29 people that have been unfortunately killed on the roads, this would stay forever the way it is. It takes ordinary people with guts to make any changes in this life, and I commend you on the brilliant work that you're doing. Again, more promises, more roads on lists, and no work happening in this part of the country. But anywhere else further down the country, there'll be no problem. They'll be taken care of because of fine, strong political representatives who put the people at the heart of what they're doing. And in this area, you have been neglected, that road has been neglected, and the people who lost their lives on it has been neglected, and there's no excuse for it.
Can I make a back to Ardloy? Have you tried having the road closed by the Health and Safety Authority, who would close a playground for a cracked chain?
I'd be very brief. I wish to compliment the N4 Action Group. There's no doubt but that they have brought this to a new height. The issue, I suppose, any time this issue is raised, the matter of funding comes up, that there is inadequate funding to provide this type of infrastructure. I would make the point, and it's similar to the issue raised by Breffney with regard to third level education. We are taking in taxes. The money is there. But it's a political question as to where the money has been spent. And again, we have it, it's been spent paying off the debts of bankers and developers. It's not been put into infrastructure, it's not been put into education.
Okay, Eamon, you travel that on a daily basis?
Every day. And just like Declan, I want to compliment the group for highlighting this. Michael Clark is right. This road was not prioritised until very recently by Sligo County Council. It hasn't even been prioritised yet by the Road Safety Authority, unfortunately. But we are working on that. Now there is 2 million this year. There's money, there's funding every year, but it's no good really and truly. There's 2 million this year to do with a serious bend in the road where there was a serious accident. But it's not the answer. And I know that some improvements have taken place. I know the committee, because of their work, there's certainly good improvements have taken place in relation to road markings and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, we need a new road, and that's fair enough.
Michael.
Yeah, just very quickly. The first thing I say, that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and it's good to see that other parties are now taking on seriously Sinn Féin's proposal to use National Treatment Purchase Fund funding for critical infrastructure. I too compliment Bernard and the committee. Excellent work. But one critical point here. The politicians are hiding behind the skirts of the National Roads Authority on this one. Politicians are paid and mandated to make political decisions. They should not be hiding behind the skirts of the National Roads Authority or indeed any agency, the HSE. They are paid to make decisions and they should be accountable for those decisions.
Okay.